Come on, exert yourself.
Oh, you jerk. Wow. That was very rude. That was that was Dark Souls 1. Or Demon Souls. That was very rude. Who did that? They're gonna get poked in the head. Oh, twice, I guess. Have to be poked in the head twice. Okay, so there's still that door that I wasn't able to get into, right? Yeah, over there. I still want to get in there. I've not given up on it.
On the surface,
This way?
the farmer tills the soil, trading the strength of his arm for a home and lands of his own. But the parasites say no. What was yours is ours. We are the state. We are gone. We demand our share.
And does Ryan not charge any taxes or anything like that? He doesn't demand a share? He doesn't demand that anybody work for him? Ryan always talks about this kinds of stuff. He did so in the last game as well, but I don't know. I don't see how he's that much different than a regular government. Well, obviously his government's pretty insane, but I mean in terms of the state taking things from the people. Okay, that switch that I flipped, did that open up the door back where I was?
I never used a belt on him or shouted him or nothing. I do everything right.
It's broken. It better be broken. Okay, I guess I could hack it. Oh, I'm supposed to be gathering from that.
I've been rationing my supplies ever since the park got cut off from the rest of Rapture. Gotta stay strong. I'm holed up in this workshop, surrounded by those wailing brats, trying to beat their way in. They want my food, my guns. They want it all. But I got a plan. Gotta fix up the transport sub that's been rusted in the maintenance bay. Then I'm gonna get the hell out of this hole. These animals want Rapture? They can have it.
Okay, so things were not good in Rapture. That's stuff we already knew. Alright, let's gather.
I do not hate you, Delta. Indeed, I care for you in equal measure to any other sentient creature.
Uh-huh.
But I cannot sacrifice 1,000 of my children for one rebellious son.
Sacrifice their children for a rebellious son. I don't see how I'm doing anything that goes against her except trying to protect Eleanor. I guess he really doesn't like our influence on Eleanor. Doesn't make that much sense. Ow. So many. Their bodies are despawning though, which is kind of rough. Ow. Was that a heavy bolt he's shooting at me? There we go, nice. Good work.
All right, Chief, we've almost got enough Adam now. To get the rest, you'll have to take care of that little sister. There should be one of the air vents they favor in the workshop. Bring her down there.
Okay, so I have to bring the little sister to an air vent now. So I guess that's what those things are. First off, we'll do this again. There we go. Kind of running low on money now. I think we can continue this way.
Lamb is becoming a problem. The woman is a damned collectivist. Here in Rapture, how could the council fail to see?
He has a council? I thought he was the only one in
To
charge.
hide her intent, she gulls these patients of hers into a religious frenzy. A new Kremlin will rise and swallow the council house before they realize they've been had. I will not have my city swindled by the parasite, whatever its guise. It is time, I think, to call Sinclair.
Ah, he's the guy we're working with now. Interesting. So Ryan called Sinclair here. Ryan seems to call anybody he doesn't like a parasite. Like, oh, the government, they're taking away my stuff with their taxes. Ah, they're a parasite. Oh, this person, they've got an outlook that doesn't mesh with mine. They're a parasite. Oh, anything that's not what I like as a parasite. Ryan is he's actually pretty close-minded when it comes to outlooks other than his own. At least it seems that way. I don't know where I'm going here, but I'm going somewhere.
Be unkind, but did you have to take our home? I raised my children.
Rapture is a paradise of the ego, Eleanor. Under Ryan, the voices of an entire city sing the virtues of greed and pride. But truth, rather, is in the body. Already they grow weary of struggling against one another in fruitless competition. Observe the bent backs, the drawn faces. Ryan promised us more, they seem to say. In what shall we now believe? And Eleanor, it is our task to answer.
Okay, but how? With what is Sophia gonna answer them? How is she gonna provide more? With her collectivist thinking that Ryan was talking about, but how exactly does that play out? Something to do with those butterfly things on their chests? Does that have something to do with it?
The parasite makes nothing for itself. Its only tools are taxes and tithes meant to trick you into offering what it has not earned. In Rapture, we keep what is ours.
Okay, so then how does that work exactly? How do you pay for the maintenance of this whole area? I guess you don't. That's why it's all falling apart, but I don't know. I like the starry sky, the fake starry sky above. It's kind of neat, actually.
On the surface, the scientist invests the power of his mind in a single miraculous idea and naturally begins to rise above his fellows. But the parasites say no. Discovery must be regulated, it must be controlled, and finally, surrendered.
Well, I mean, regulation, though, in the from the perspective of a scientist like this, would only seek to protect the profits of such a scientist in a lot of cases. For example, things like patents and, I don't know, stuff like that. Can't think of any more words, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? So there's a lot of regulations that help scientists who rise above the rest actually be able to profit from their work instead of have it be stolen from them and copied. But whatever you say, Ryan.
An artist strives to frame his ideals in an image, to challenge his audience and make his vision immortal. But the parasites say, no. Your art must serve the cause. Your ideals endanger the people.
Well, he's not wrong about that. If there's some type of media that the government doesn't like, they'll definitely put a stop to it. But it sounds like Ryan also does the same thing. There are certain people with ideals that he doesn't like. For example, the Sophia person with their collectivist ideology. You could think of her as in the same position as one of these artists trying to promote their ideology, but but Ryan doesn't agree with it. And so he pushes her down. So it's kind of the same kind of thing. Ryan doesn't seem to realize that he does the exact same things. In fact, it's just human nature. I guess we're just gonna be hacking a bunch of these as we go through the game. These things are everywhere. Just stock up on remote hack darts, which I have not been using, by the way. Well, I guess I don't really need to be collecting them. Did we go? Okay, I think we went in circles now.
Now, Tannenbaum would have you turn that sister human again. You'll get just enough Adam for our purposes, and the girls will likely try to repay you somehow. But
That's what I
Rapture's
did
a
in the last
high-stakes
game.
town, son, and she is a jackpot. You just have to be willing to take it all. You'll harvest more Adam than the price of one plasmid, so the rest is gravy. Think about it. Down here, it's your survival or hers.
Okay, so Sinclair is kind of in the same situation, or he's serving the same role as Atlas was in the previous games, trying to talk us out of saving the little sisters. Atlas, though, said that they were monsters and that they don't deserve to be saved, things like that. In the last game, I saved all the little sisters. In this game, I'm going to do the same. So, and also, it makes me not trust Sinclair even more. The fact that he's the one saying, "Oh, you shouldn't even bother trying to save these little sisters. Just take it all for yourself." If that's his outlook, I assume that when we get in the way of his profits, he's going to act the same way towards us. So I'm assuming we're gonna be at odds with him at some point. At least if we continue to try to help these little sisters. But that's what we're gonna do. Okay, got a safe to open. That's nice. And we get extra money this time. I still haven't needed to use heavy rivets on anything except for the Big Daddy. We'll see if we end up fighting anything that's strong enough to need them. Am I gonna go get another? No, I'm good on hack darts. I don't think I need anything. Yeah, I'm all good. Okay, so bring her to an event and you can make the choice. Alright, so let's do it. We will rescue. We still have the power to clear the census again? Didn't we have to use something specific for that?
Had a heart all along. Personally, I call that a liability, but you have enough Adam now. Barely. Head to the Hall of the Future and splice up with Incinerate.
Got it. Alright, well, now I guess we're retracing our steps. I think we've got a ways to walk. Oh. Whoa. That guy, one of his heads was did he place his head there and...
You can't know what I'm going through.
like he was hiding in plain sight.
You can't ignore me. Hey.
Okay, that's all of them. Yeah, they're being sneaky now. He was just hiding like this. Yeah, I'm definitely nowhere even close to running out of rivets. Alright, how do I get out of here again? Okay, let's see if we can go into here now. No, it still doesn't open. Alright, I'm confused now. How do I get into there? Alright, I'm not sure, but I guess we're gonna continue going backwards. Head back to get that incinerate.
Come on, choppers. Tear this place down.
I'll not be toyed with.
Ow!
Gotta get into something.
Alright, these people are hurting. I don't appreciate it. Gotta land my headshots. There we go. That was not ideal. Guess we'll heal up and then we'll whack this. There we go. And now if I recall, the incinerate was in one of these areas. I think it was, maybe it was this one? Is this right? Yeah, I think this is it.
So, you would drain the people of their life's blood. Rapture is a body, Delta. I am the voice, and Big Sister is the hand. When Rapture speaks of you, it says only this. Sleep now. Your day is done.
She said that I am the voice and Big Sister is the hand? But I thought she was referring to herself as Big Sister. So maybe I have that wrong. Also, I didn't read this.
We lost another of the Alpha Series protectors today in testing. Somewhere outside the city limits, he simply vanished. For these men, Rapture has no walls. We must find a method of conditioning them against abandonment of the Little Sisters. Something physical, possibly even lethal. The lab aides are starting to call them Big Daddies. Perhaps there's some genius to that. Bonded pairs, connected by a love that kills.
And that's what we are the product of. Okay, so is this it? Yeah, here we go. Incinerate. So they said that I have just enough, but that's not true. I have more than enough. I have 160. But whatever, we'll get incinerate. Place it in here.
Light up enemies to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spread.
Okay, does that mean that if they touch other people who are burning, they'll also be burning? There we go. We'll get all of our upgrades, because why not?
Congratulations on your recent purchase of the Incinerate Plasmid. Say, Tom here is having a romantic evening with a
What?
party. But this party just hit the skids. Carl needs a light for his cigar, and no one can help him.
Okay, so this guy was doing exactly what I was saying earlier. Like, what was one of these people like a real person? And now one of them is a real person. The AI in this game are definitely being kind of sneaky. A lot sneakier than before. Nothing in there. Alright, nothing there that I need. Still, it's nice having Incinerate now. How is she... What? Huh? What is she blowing out of her hand? Okay, so... They can't be melted. This place is weird. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh! What? What's happening? Do I want to hack this now? It's already hacked, isn't it? What? What's happening? Do I need anything? I think we'll be good. Even if there's a boss battle coming up. I think we have enough stuff. Get out of heavy raiders. Oh, it's a thing. Yep, it's you again. Here, burn. What, are you running away again? You better not. You're not so tough. Ow. Okay, maybe you're a little tough. There we go. You're dead. Big sister. So that's what these are.
Holy Moses, son. Not even a big sister can keep you down. Well, come on back and melt the ice and we can say goodbye to this 2-bit carny ride.
Okay, so that's what Sophia meant. So these are big sisters and they're new. And I guess they follow, so the big daddies, they kind of follow Ryan, or no, or Font. They follow somebody else's plan, but big sisters, they follow her plan. And that's why they're hostile to me. So what is it that they actually are here to do other than just fight me, though? Did they do anything specific with Little Sisters? Like, what is their relationship to Little Sisters? Would Little Sisters follow them? I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure if heavy rivets have more DPS than regular rivets do, based on how that fight went.
Ryan was wrong. To hand sufficient power to any individual is to create a tyrant. We must therefore eradicate tyranny at the genetic level to end sin itself. That is the family.
The family? That's what you're trying to create? Okay, so she's trying to create some sort of family. You already sort of explained all that. Okay, I think I'm going the wrong way. Where am I actually headed here?
Tyrant is dead. We are a true collective.
The tyrant is dead? Okay, so Ryan is dead. Okay, so Ryan is still dead at this point. That's good to know that we've got some clarification on that. It seems like both Ryan and Sophia are on opposite ends of the spectrum. They're both extremes, however. Ryan is all about individualism. Sophia is all about collectivism. Alright, so let's listen to this diary finally.
He's gone. James was the only man I ever loved, and now it's like he never even came to Rapture. He heard me sing at the limbo room, came up all bashful. He liked hearing songs about what it's really like to live in this town. I think he's been trying to organize folks against Ryan. And now he's gone, and I'm here, singing Rise, Rapture, Rise. Scared to death they're gonna come for me.
Okay, so Grace Holloway was trying to fight against Ryan, I assume, and her husband or boyfriend died, and then she was scared that they would come for her next, while she was trying to incite rebellion. Alright, so I think we need to go this way. That's, yeah, the Atlantic Express. Gotta go back to our train car. Here we are. So let's melt the path. There we go.
Outstanding, sport. You're proving to be quite a windfall. Now just open the train tunnel from the security booth there, and I'll come out and jump on.
Okay, from the security booth. You mean here? Here we go, and I guess we're gonna meet him in person now? We can't get out, so I guess, as usual, we're seeing people from afar.
I like to look a man in the eye when I give him my word. You and me, kid. We're going places.
Okay, so can I go in? This is the Bioshock 1 did the same thing.
Some golem of Sinclair's, brought here to hold Rapture's arms while he rifles through her pockets. But no, you are aware of your plight. Who, I wonder, would be so cruel to force a mirror on a man with no face?
She's
Lem
talking
was
about...
waiting for us. Come out shooting and start the train.
Alright, sounds good. But to force a mirror on a man with no face, he's talking about us, but I don't know what she means by that. What mirror? I know she's speaking metaphorically, but... Ow, come on. You guys, can you just die? Oh my gosh. I need to hit my shots, but I'm not hitting my shots. Alright. It's very simple, I just have to not be bad. As long as I don't be bad, I can stop dying like I am now. Oh, that opened. Wait, if this is open, is that other thing open? I need to go check now.
Andrew Ryan. He reckoned the free market was some kind of Holy Spirit gonna lead us all over the rainbow. And I reckon it's a big fat hooker too dim to spot a wooden nickel. So old Andy went and became his own ghost, and I whittled nickels till I made a mint.
I have no idea what that guy was trying to say just now. But I'm going to buy some first aid kits. And then I'm gonna go to that door that I tried to open before, see if it's open now again. I don't think it, I think it has a chance that it's openable, but it's definitely not guaranteed. And it's more likely that it won't work. But I still want to check. Yeah, these staff-only doors, they still don't open. So I assume this one still doesn't open either. Yeah, it doesn't. Am I missing something in this room? Maybe something over here? Maybe the answer is in this room. Let's see. I would expect it would be in here, right? The way to open that door? Like, I would press a button here and it would open. But it doesn't appear to be the case. Okay. And then up there was nothing important either. Alright, I have no idea. And since I have no idea, I guess I'm just gonna get on the train. Alright, in we go. You're about to leave this level. Make sure you're done everything you want here before... Okay, that implies that I can't go back here, which also implies that there is some way to get that item that I missed. However, I think it's one of the passive abilities, and it's probably a pretty good one. But in the last game, we got a version 2 of a lot of the passive abilities, a stronger version. So I'm sure it will say something of that nature in this game as well. At least I think so. So I'm not too sad if we miss it. We might have missed some lore though in that room if there's one of those journal diary things. That kind of sucks. But I didn't see one like that in there. So I'm hoping that the only thing that we're missing is just a passive ability that gives us more defense or something like that. And if that's the case, then I don't mind missing out on it. So we're just going to head on through. Yeah, just like in Bioshock 1, we don't see the NPCs face to face a lot of the time. So he's in this other part of the train car, and we're in the front. Very interesting that they do that. I guess it's so that you don't, like, bash the NPC in the face or something like that. Cause some weird glitches. Pauper's Drop. And here we are. I'm supposing that we're going to be taking this train to a lot of the various areas. Oh, that's new. Is that something that we're gonna need the heavy bolts for. I keep saying bolts.
Subject Delta
Heavy
is now
rivets.
trapped in Pauper's Drop. All railcar travel is suspended until he is found. Remember, the enemy is alone. We are the family.
Well, I mean, I'm not completely alone.
Lamb's trying to box us in, kid. This is a goddamn citywide lockdown. To keep the train moving, you need the security override key from the local governor, Grace Holloway. She kicked me out of my own hotel down here, the Sinclair Deluxe. Find her and get that key.
Okay, so we've got to get to the Sinclair Deluxe. We've got to find a key to start up the train again to get to wherever it is that we need to go. Got it. Alright, but I think we're gonna stop here for today. I think we've gone through, I feel like, a good amount of the game. Actually, so this is actually probably a good visual representation of the game itself and how far I made it through. We've gone from here to here to here, and now I think we're here. So that means we've done 3 areas, and we've got this place, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. Maybe? That sounds about right. So that would mean that I'm only a third done with the game. I think that makes sense. We've made a lot of progress, but there's still a lot more to go, and we still only got 4 weapons. And the last game had, I think, 9, or it had a lot. Regardless, I still haven't used this minigun very much. I think I'll probably try to use it a bit more next time. It's just that the rivet gun is so strong, especially if you manage to land headshots. I don't always manage to land headshots, but when I do, I'm very happy. Oh, there's some hidden stuff back here. I think these are just trap bolts, though. Yeah, nothing too exciting. This game, even more so than the other game, has a lot of those diary things and a lot of little lore and story things that I can stop and listen to. So I hope you don't mind watching this playthrough if it's a lot of me sitting still, listening to the characters speak, listening to the diaries, and responding to whatever story or lore they happen to give us. That's just how I'm going to end up doing it. I don't want to miss any of the lore or story that I can avoid missing. And I'm sure that I'm going to end up forgetting a lot of things as I go along as well. But that's okay. I'm sure everybody in the comments will let me know anything that I happen to forget or misunderstand. Of course, no spoilers, no letting me know things that are going to happen that I don't already know yet. But I always appreciate being reminded of things that I may have forgotten, because there's a lot to remember in this game. The lore clearly runs very deep. There's a lot of characters to remember. Now, so far, this Sinclair guy, like I said, I don't trust him. He's similar to Atlas in the previous game. We're also getting scenes where he walks out behind like a glass window, and we see him go do something similar to in the other game with Atlas, where he saw his family get blown up, I guess, and he's doing the same kinds of things. So I definitely don't trust him. I do still trust Tenenbaum. And then the current plot that seems to be going, the core story that seems to be happening here is that we are going to try to save Eleanor, I think her name was. So but it seemed like Sophia, or was that her name? I keep thinking I think I'm remembering their names right. Regardless, it seems like Eleanor is special somehow. Like Sophia gave her some sort of extra powers. She seems to have the ability to communicate telepathically with people. I don't know if that's just with us, since we are specially bonded to her, or not. It's also possible that she might have some hand in how Sophia is trying to control everybody. I feel like at some point, though, Sophia wants Eleanor to take over for her. She seems to be her successor, her heir, and the one that she wants to have all this power vested in. So if Eleanor doesn't want this this state of affairs, if she wants us to come and help her and rescue her. If that ever happens, if that ever becomes the case where Sophia ends up giving over some of her power to Eleanor, I feel like that will backfire on her quite a lot. I'm sure that will be endgame if it's something like that that ever happens. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. And it seems like Sophia is intent on killing us for sure this time before any of that happens. Like I said, I still think that Eleanor was the one that saved us and prevented us from dying. Otherwise, I don't see how we could have survived a bullet in the head. Hopefully, we find our way to rescue her quickly. It seems like Sophia's doing everything in her power to stop us. It's very similar to how Ryan or Fontaine was doing everything on their power to stop us. But I think with the rivet gun, we'll be doing just fine. So that's about all I got to say. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.